Hello there, Pisces, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your January 2022 tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you are resonating with the message or enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, so we're going to jump into your reading. I am using 3 different oracle card decks, and then we will, just to check out the overall energy, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. Okay, so right off the bat, your animal spirit is pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. Now, I think that this is really interesting because Pisces, you're somebody that kind of leads with their heart, which is wonderful. And so anyway, and with the pig, I'm also getting money. Okay, something about money. So we'll take a look at that. And we have choosing your path. All is possible. I'm getting a sense that, you may be trying to make a change in your career or financial status. There's something about, trying to go in a different way. And for some of you, you may be looking financially at how you can do that, trying to figure that out, and the honoring path. Yeah, you're going in, you want to go in a new direction. I'm really getting a sense that it could be a completely different a career that you're going on. You're really just trying to figure it out, making the plan. You're not just jumping into this, which I think, is good. You're looking at all of the possibilities. So for instance, say you were thinking, oh, I need to go back to school. I want to get some more skills, or I want to go into a new career, but, I need some more education, or, different classes or something like that. You're not just jumping at the first school that offers those courses that you're needing. You're looking at the different possibilities or different ways that you can get that experience or that education. For some of you, you might be thinking online courses or actually going to physical, in face-to-face classes. It's kind of like taking a look at all of the different ways that you could accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. But I'm telling you, this is a part of your purpose. The honoring path to me is that you're on this journey, on this path that is part of your purpose. You may be right now in a job that is really just to pay the bills, that type of energy, and now you're stepping into a new career that is much more aligned to your purpose here. So I want to take a sneak peek on the bottom here. Lizard, dream the world into being. Now, I think it's interesting because they really were asking me to look at that. I think there's a dream that you have here. And now what you're trying to do is bring it into reality, but you're being really smart about it. Very smart about it. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and see what we have here. King of Wands. Yeah, you're inspired. This is a leader, once again, the honoring path, right? I feel like, with the King of Wands, a lot of times, this seems very much, this is a general reading, but it seems very much a career reading that, the King of Wands has his drum and he doesn't really care if people are following him or not. He's so motivated to go on this path, and he knows that eventually people will start following him. He just has to beat the drum, to his own tune, and eventually people will like it. So I think it's really interesting that you are just it's almost like you're all fired up about an idea that you have or a new direction that you want to go in. So let's see what your obstacle is. 4 of Pentacles, fears, holding on to money. this new venture of yours, I really do feel like is going to take some money, and you're really, looking at the finances of it. But it's actually also in a way holding you back a little bit. Okay. So we are going to clarify that. You may be looking at all the possibilities, but if money is, a consideration, and say you're looking at two different schools, and, one is less expensive, but maybe the degree from that school is not quite as prestigious as another one. But you're kind of like, yeah, but it's less expensive, or it doesn't take as much time, or something like that. I'm getting the message. Don't spend too much time worrying about the money. Like you want to be wise with your money, but at the same time, you don't want to, cheap it out. Because I think that this is something that is really, if you've been worried, is this really something I'm going to stick with? Is it really going to work out? Yes, it is. So whatever you need to invest in this, I think is, I'm not going to say go crazy with the money, but invest it wisely, but don't hold back. Don't hold back out of fear of that. So let's see what your advice is. The Empress. Oh my gosh. Pisces, whatever, this may not resonate with everybody, but if this message is resonating with you, there is a clear message that you are about to create something that is really spectacular. So I feel like a lot of you, it is about starting your own business or going on a new career path. Whatever this is, you are at the beginning stages. And I think that is why you're kind of like looking at the money really tightly. But what Spirit wants you to know is that this is your dream. This is something that's on your path, right? You're choosing a new path. Like in the past, you may have chosen a path based on money, okay? Based on, perhaps in the past you weren't able to go to school and get the education that you wanted to. And so you took a job that helped to pay the bills or whatever. And now you're a little bit older and you're like, I always really wanted to do blah, 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 right? And it's about taking that chance. You have this passion, this inspiration, this motivation, this drive right now. And I think Spirit is trying to tell you, now is a good time. Now is a good time. And what you are trying to grow here is going to be spectacular. It is small right now. Your dream of the business that you want to grow or the career that you want to take, it is going to start out small, just like a fetus. It's going to start out small, but it is going to grow into an empire for you. The Empress, is just so, she's loving, she's beautiful, she's creative. Things just flow so easily to her. And it's about, don't allow your fears to hold you back too much. You have the strength is on the bottom. You have the strength and the courage, the perseverance to get through this. I know when, my children were young, I wanted to go back to school and get, another degree. And, okay, is it ever the right time? And no. And I just remember thinking, okay, I just, do I really want to do this right now? And, try to work full time and get this degree and have the kids and, but I'm so glad I did. When I was going through it, yes, it was stressful. There were times where I wondered, is this the right thing? But then you get on the other side of it and you're like, I had, people that came on my path to help me out, when I needed help with babysitting or whatever, right? I had friends that I met through the classes that I still keep in touch with. It's it is part of your path. It is part of your passion. It is part of your dream. And it's about don't sell yourself too short. This is something that is good for you. Yeah, Temperance. Look at this. You know, this is all about the divine has put this opportunity on your path. I want to say, you know, the two of these together. For some of you, you may be even starting a spiritual business or a healing business of some sort. It's just lovely. It's just so lovely. The divine is helping you with this. Like, don't hold back just because of the I want to say the 3D fears that you have about money or time, something like that, because the divine is around you. They are helping you on this path. They will put those people, situations on your path to help you through whatever this new journey is that you're wanting. 10 of Wands, put down the burdens. You know, I just got, for some of you, you may be thinking about leaving a long-term relationship, you know, putting down the burdens of something that just hasn't worked for you, or a career that hasn't worked for you. Something, you know, you're all fired up. And I feel like when you get that all fired up feeling, you got to go for it, you know? Really nice. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Page of Cups on the bottom. You know, the Page of Cups is forgiveness to me, and sometimes we have to forgive ourselves for staying in a situation too long. And, you know, that could be a romantic relationship, but it can also be, you know, in a job, or, you know, we put ourselves into situations that we think, you know, at the time, this is the best situation for me. And then sometimes we stay there a little too long, right? Like, we get to a point where we could leave, but we don't leave. And I feel like, you know, you may be feeling like, oh my goodness, you know, I could have done this, you know, 2 years ago, but I didn't. And now, you know, things are twice as expensive, or whatever, you know, and it's going to be harder. But it's about, you know, take action. You know, you did the best that you could at the time. Get the clarity about that. Be compassionate to yourself. Forgive yourself for waiting for so long if you needed to. With the King of Wands, I want to say that you have the Three of Pentacles, which is working with others, also working with spirit. The Four of Wands, which is a solid foundation, celebration. And then the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, Pisces, here you have everything coming together for you to make this happen. It's kind of like, I get the sense that, you know, it's almost like the Tower moment, like this epiphany where everything comes together. And with the Tower moment, you know, we feel like it's a bad thing, okay? But like the perfect storm, right? But this is the perfect storm, but in a good way. So I'll say the perfect sunshine. It's like everything's going to come together for you. And it's just about you going ahead and choosing to step onto this path. Putting down the fears. Yeah. For some of you, King of Wands on the bottom again. So here's that inspiration. Okay, for some of you, there is a love interest. You may be even feeling a little, there could be some sadness. Okay, you're holding on perhaps to a relationship, or your fears around a relationship. Concerned that that person might be sad if you step onto this path, but also knowing that this is a very special opportunity. That, you know, taking this opportunity, you know, the love, this is the Two of Cups. This can also represent loving yourself, like recognizing that you're doing this for yourself. You may also be doing it for your family, because, you know, the Four of Pentacles in this deck is like, you know, a home. She's holding the home and everything. This could be something that you're doing for the betterment of your family too. But you're holding back. You're holding back because you could feel like it's going to take time away from your family, time away from a love relationship. You're trying to balance all of that. And there could be somewhat of people in your life that love you that are somewhat being supportive to you, but at the same time, maybe kind of a little bit not being maybe as supportive as you would like for them to be. And part of your journey is realizing that this part of the lesson here is realizing I have to choose what's best for me. I can keep everybody else in mind when I make this choice, but in the end, I have to choose what's best for me. Really interesting. So let's see what this Empress is. Yeah. 5 of Swords. There's a lot of you're up in your head about this situation, which I think is really interesting. I said that kind of at the beginning about, you're someone that kind of lives in the heart, in the dream, and you're kind of like, for some reason, being extremely logical about this. There is something, you're feeling sad. There's this sense of sadness here. A sense of lack, a sense of poverty, a sense of not being enough that may be somewhat driving your decision to do this. It's almost as if you're going to be celebrating that feeling of not being enough. So, for instance, maybe you're in a career and everybody in your workplace has a degree in something or is certified in something and you're not. And so you go into a meeting and what happens is that maybe you don't really express your ideas as much as you would like to because you feel, well, I don't have the knowledge that they have because they're all certified and I'm not, Now, that doesn't mean, okay, that your ideas aren't good because you're standing here in the Empress energy, intelligent, creative, sees things in different perspectives with the Hanged Man energy. And I think there's almost this sense of what Spirit wants you to know is that you're hanging back. You're holding yourself back. Some of you may feel like your friends and family are holding you back. But what Spirit wants you to know is that you're holding yourself back. That your friends and family may not, the Knight of Wands beats on their drum and doesn't really care if anybody's following them or not, right? And it's kind of like they will follow you. They will support you. They will be there for you. You may feel excuse me, you may feel for some reason that they're not. They may initially not, okay? But it's when they recognize that you are really choosing this path. You are going for it no matter what. Then they kind of like fall in line and are there for you. So what Spirit wants you to know is don't let that hold you back. Don't let that be your excuse. Okay, so let's go to the Temperance. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Getting the inspiration, the motivation to move on. To putting down the burdens, the conflict. Things that you have put a lot of time and energy in. Putting them to the side and knowing that this is something you have to do for yourself. Saying to yourself, part of my lesson here is choosing me over choosing what others want for me. Yeah, moving on from these burdens, putting these burdens down, understanding. I really do feel like for a lot of you, you're going back to school or learning a new trade of some sort. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. This is all about gathering information, gathering knowledge. Seeing clearly the way that you have to go forward, knowing that it may be slow progress, but that's okay. In the end, you're going to celebrate. In the end, you're going to get your just rewards. In the end, you're going to end this cycle of feeling like not enough. Where's my Five of Pentacles? Feeling like you don't have enough, that you aren't enough. You know, stepping into this really wise person that can manifest everything that they want for themselves. Moving forward, look at all Pisces. You have to do this, whatever this is, because Wheel of Fortune, Chariot. I cannot tell you. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, major arcana underneath. Okay? It's as if this is the first step of something that is huge. You're taking this first little step, and I know, sometimes the first step is the most scary step, right? It's that very first step. But you're taking the very first step. What you don't realize is you take this very first step and the world opens up to you. Remember, all is possible. It's as if you take this first step and the possibilities for your life are just endless. Seriously endless. And I do feel like for some of you, it is about going back to school or getting some kind of more education, more information. Okay. Okay, this is your cosmic journey. Out of the mess comes elegant order. I feel like right now you are thinking, oh my gosh, this is just going to create so much chaos in my life, so much chaos, so much mess in my life. And yet, in the end, what? You just have this elegant order. I mean, look at the Justice. She has this beautiful, elegant gown on, and everything is in order. And if it's not in order, she's going to take her sword and she's going to make it be orderly. It's balanced. It's just. It's your karma comes to you. Your good karma. It's really interesting because I do feel like this very first step is going to be messy. It's gonna kind of upend your life a little bit, but you know that it's not like there's any hidden obstacles or anything. You know what's coming, and I think that's why you're holding yourself back. You're kind of like, oh, I don't know. Do I really want to go on that path? Yes, you do. You do. So do it. Okay, so where can I create more space? Okay, so I'm going to read the back and then I'll flip it around so you can see it. Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do a clutter detox of your schedule. Home and innermost self. Make space. Clarity will come. And, I think it's so funny because what is this? This is about the mess, right? Comes order. And here you are. You're clearing out the detox. You're doing a detox. You're clearing out all the clutter. And I think this is great for the beginning of the year. I've been taking down my Christmas decorations and really cleaning the house. It's just kind of like, it's a process. It is a process, but I always love starting the new year with a fresh, clean house. Throw out all the clutter in your life. It's time to step onto this path of finding your true purpose. And I think you know what it is. You're on the right track. There is nothing here. Some of you may be holding back because you're not sure, is this really my path? It is your path. It is your path. Go and take those first steps today, Pisces. Really, really exciting energy. Okay, I am going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love, light, joy, and happiness in this, in January and in the whole year of 2022. I'm so excited for you, Pisces. And I hope to see you more often in 2022. And if you have enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. And light and love to you. See you soon. Bye for now.